The memory appears to be fragmented. How much time has passed?
It's been 30 years.
Virus is cutting off our
Atlantic Base 1754.
readable, but messy.
The 7 Years' War will soon
See
break
that
out
weird
in the
triangle that
colonies.
was there? On like the
Focus
left
assassin
bit for a
interference.
second?
We'll do our best.
It's gone now, but
Won't we, numbskull?
my ship is still missing a bunch of health. It's such a big saddening. So, we've got a next story objective over there. But we have a thing over here that we can hit up while we're on the way.
So grim about the home
And I
setting
love
is
me
out
some
against the
exploring, so
Aye. I've seen Achilles.
oh, so that
fly.
was where Achilles' son passed away, was sometime during those
It's
few
just
months.
that
What the heck is going
he
on
doesn't
over
look
here?
sad. He looks furious. So unsettling.
He's struggling with the loss.
Hi, friend.
Bit funny. And we've been
Well,
busy with search for this blasted manuscript and box.
we're having a conversation as we blow this ship to smithereens. Dang it, I didn't get to board it.
Chevalier too.
Where's the cargo?
Go home and cheering me up then.
Man.
When Achilles said whoever had the artifact would access sites of great power. What does he
With
mean?
great power comes great
I'm
responsibility.
not sure I understand it myself, Shay. I had a long talk with that Wally about that.
Remember the wise words of Uncle Ben to Spider-Man. With 3 minutes comes great rice. Am I not docking? What is going on here? Why am I just spinning? I don't think I docked there properly. I wasn't in the
Like a
circle
magic
enough.
Lantern.
What do you mean?
Here we go.
You know the magic lantern shows Father Connolly put on in the church basement? The box had a candle in it, I think. He put these little glass plates in front. Then we'd see the images projected on the wall like cathedrals in Rome. Bright and near as big as life.
Yeah, something like that. We'll continue that conversation after we're done exploring here. That's our in every Assassin's Creed game. What, where you kill somebody and it freaking goes into like the weird, glitchy kind of background and they have like a little bit of a monologue? Because as far as I know, yeah, like I haven't played the 3 most recent ones. I haven't ever played Origins, Odyssey, or Valhalla. Once we get to them on this channel, it'll be a first for me for all 3 of them. But as far as I'm aware, yeah, that's the case in all of them. I need pelts for upgrades is what I need. I need them. As well be equipped to the pistol there in case I decide to use that. Sleep dart efficiency 1 can now be crafted in the crafting menu. Air rifle darts pouch 1 can now be crafted in the crafting menu. And that is why it's important to get pelts when you get to areas. I'm sorry, buddy, but the game was literally just telling me there that I can use your stuff to upgrade myself. Is the thing. So I've already gotten that. It seems like. So we already got that acquired. Yeah, so air rifle darts pouch. There we go. Let's go with that. Nice. And then sleep dart efficiency. Nice. So people will stay asleep longer when we get them with the air rifle. With the air rifle sleep darts. Again, I was mentioning it before. I'll mention it again now. An air rifle is so much cooler than a blowpipe. In my opinion. In my humble little opinion there. Is way cooler. But maybe the technology for air rifles wasn't around during Edward's time yet. And was invented around Shay's time. I don't know. When was the technology for air rifles invented anyway, I wonder? Who knows? Maybe it was around this time period. Maybe. Or maybe it was even earlier and Edward just got stuck with the lamer blowpipe. Wah, shanty. Yar, sing me a shanty. Alright, let's get the synchronization point first and foremost. That we can get a map of the area. I gotta climb up more though for it, apparently. So how do I climb up that way, it seems like? Apparently we have an upgrade available for our ship, which is always good news. To deck out our ship there. No, I do not want to double assassinate right now, actually. No, thank you. Found out that there will be a demo for Tales of Rise on PC, but it's coming out on the release date. I think it's prevent data miners, which makes sense, but also kind of sucks, huh? Unfortunately. So anybody that's bought it anyway, there's no point doing the demo first. The demo's just gonna be for those that are like thinking about whether they want to buy it or not. It seems like. Look how nice this is. Again, everybody always likes to judge the Switch like, oh, the Switch can't run anything with like nice graphics. This is actually nice. Oh, do I get this by jumping here? Yes, it seems like. Fast travel unlocked. Okay, so what collectibles have we here? There's another bit of that sword there. We can bring it around town around this way Is there, there isn't anything else over here that I'm missing, right? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. So we could go bring it around town, is what I'm thinking. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. I really need to go back and watch some older SpongeBob episodes one of these days. I haven't seen that show in years. More than years. Probably haven't seen like any SpongeBob episodes in like a decade. Most likely. Ah, so that chest is down there. I've seen the newer SpongeBob movies when they were released. They've been hella funny. I've really enjoyed them. Yeah, do be looking nice. We do see some stuff pop in, and we do see like some glitchy effects from time to time, especially with shadows. But I was like, where did these guys come from? Apparently they're not enemies though. But it is pretty nice. Oh no, it's so cute. Sometimes it hurts me inside if I'm like, if I want 100% these games, we need to take out a whole bunch of these critters. Oh no. I'm sorry, they're so cute. I'm sorry, but I literally need these pelts if I want 100% this. I literally need these pelts for upgrades. I feel so bad, they're so adorable. Oh man, thank goodness it's a video game. I don't think I'd be able to ever bring myself to like hunt in real life. Like, for those that do, as long as they're using all the materials to the best of their ability of the animal, then it's fine with me. People who hunt for sport and are just like, yep, let's not make full use of like the meat of that animal, then that I have a problem with, because it's like, okay, what a waste of life that is just for the sake of you having fun. But people that actually hunt and do make like full use of the animal that they hunted, it's like, okay, that I'm all right with. But even if it was that kind of situation for me where somebody brought me out hunting and we were going to like, you know, actually make full use of the animal and whatnot, I honestly don't think I'd have it in me to like pull a trigger. I don't think I could, but that's me. But yeah, let's see here. For the cutscenes in the Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory for the Switch didn't come out that great. Like, the quality was really bad for some reason. That's what happened with the freaking... Thinking about SpongeBob earlier, that's what happened in SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I never played the original SpongeBob the original Battle for Bikini Bottom before, but I heard really good things about it. So when the remaster came out on all consoles, freaking... like PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and Switch, I was hyped for it because I'd heard good things about it, and I played it, and I didn't like it, and the freaking, it was so ugly. It looked so good on the other consoles, but like, I feel like it could have looked so much better on the Switch if it was optimized better. You know, like, AC3 on the Switch did not feel super well optimized for the Switch in my opinion, but the Rebel Collection here with Assassin's Creed 4 and Assassin's Creed Rogue actually feels like mostly pretty well optimized for the Switch in my opinion. Mostly, not perfectly, but it's pretty alrighty. But it seems like no effort was taken at all to optimize Battle for Bikini Bottom for the Switch. That was ugly. I felt like I was playing like an HD Wii game. Like, it was still, it didn't even feel like full HD. Like, I guess it was 720p, not 1080p. But like, it still sometimes didn't even feel like that. Like, the way that some things were like so pixelated and ugly so much of the time. My goodness, that is one of the few playthroughs of like games I've done on this channel where I just straight up didn't enjoy it. Most games that I hop into on this channel is me hopping into games because I know that I'm gonna enjoy them. I straight up did not like Battle for Bikini Bottom, and I heard such great things about it. And it wasn't just because of the graphics. The graphics were one thing where I was pissed off about that, but I just straight up was not having fun with that game. It felt like the kind of game where I would have enjoyed it much more, like in... I have to progress further for that other thing. Okay. I would have much more enjoyed it at the time on like the PS2 or something like that originally. And I did have a PS2 back in the day, but I never played that game. But yeah. I'm sorry that I'm only getting to this a little bit late. I don't know what the sound is that pains you. Oh, probably the super cute fox there. Yeah, there's no way I could ever do that in real life. I wouldn't be able to. There's no way. Same like fishing, actually do, I wouldn't mind that, but everything else is awful. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, there was a philosophy class that I took in university. I used to be like against hunting like altogether for a long time, but then I took a philosophy class on the philosophy of hunting, and it changed my mindset to like, it's okay as long as you're doing it in a way where it's like you're actually making full use of that life, because you know, at the end of the day, that's what we used to do, what everyone used to do all the time anyway. And from a certain point of view, that might well be better than like the store-bought kind of stuff anyway. That was from the life of an animal that didn't get to experience any life at all. You know, just stuck in a facility that would be sold at a grocery store later or whatnot. So from that perspective, it's better. And in a way, it also kind of like humbles us. Like, we're so used to like living in this world nowadays where we can get like anything we want with like online shopping from a grocery store. I appreciate the follow there, Ensos. Like, we can get anything we want by going out to whatever local store, or even just with a phone. You have one of these things in your pocket and you're gonna be able to pick up whatever the heck you want, you know? Like, we're very used to living in a society where anything can be handed to us, essentially, in a way. Where, like, anything basic can be handed to us, not like anything expensive. Like, it's not like anyone could get a Lambo, but you know what I mean? Where anything basic that we want can essentially be handed to us. So, in a way, I feel like those who do partake in hunting and actually make use of, like, as much as they can of the animal that they kill, it humbles us in a way, because it's like it's bringing us back to our roots, rather than being some person in the society where we're living in these big sprawling networks online and in cities and all that crazy stuff where we can get whatever we want. It kind of restores us back to our natural state of just being in the wild there and just being another part of nature, essentially. I appreciate the follow as well there, Ensos. Welcome to Team Enharmonic. I hope you enjoy the emotes and the sub badge. I appreciate it. And all that stuff that I say, I'm freaking overwhelmed with stuff to follow, followed by the sub, the true combo. I appreciate that. Hope you are doing well today. I'm just saying all this stuff out of my mind because I'm going crazy. But anyway, the way that I feel about hunting is like, we're so used to like living in this, the human race in general is very used to like putting itself on this pedestal above like all these other creatures. Like, oh, we're such a superior race that's doing all that. And freaking Ensos is gifting out 5 subs now. What the heck is going on here? I appreciate the 5 gift subs there, Ensos. The freaking followed by the tier 1 sub, followed by the gift subs, the truest combo of them all. I appreciate the 5 gift subs. We're going to be listening to Counterattack now for a good while. Welcome back to Team Enharmonic, Hawk's Corner, Aragon, Dom, and welcome to Team Enharmonic in the first place, Just Jace and Postarian. Hope you all enjoy the emotes and the sub badge. And my goodness, did I say I appreciate the follow after you subbed? Did I? Well, did I? Well, I was saying that the follow to the sub to the gift sub is the truest combo or something. I don't know what's even going on anymore, but I appreciate the 5 gift subs there. That's super kind of you. I'm losing my mind along my ramble now. Anyway, the rambling that I was doing there, this philosophy of hunting class, what was interesting about this class is it didn't preach to know the answers. It just showed us a whole bunch of different perspectives so that we could make our own opinions. And the opinion that I made from that class during the times I wasn't falling asleep during it, was that the human race has a bad habit of like putting itself above like other creatures, being like, yep, we are such like a superior race that's like so much better than everything else, and that gives us the right to like exploit nature however we want, and yada yada awful stuff. And people generally like to think that like humans aren't even animals and stuff like that. We're something so much greater than animals. But I feel like there's a lot of people that unfortunately go into that mindset, and it's something that the human race might have a little bit of an issue with in general. But what I feel about hunting when it comes to not something with this game, but like real life kind of hunting, is it restores us back to our natural state. So in a way, hunting can very much humble people, I feel like, because it's just restoring you back to your natural state of just being another animal in the wild, rather than this perspective a lot of people have of being this far superior creature that's like so far above every other creature, which is completely false in my opinion. But it's a way to restore you to your natural state and humble yourself, essentially. That's the way that I see hunting. So I am more than fine with it as long as somebody is making full use of that animal's life as much as they can. But people who hunt for sport are just like, yeah, time to go hunting again. I still have meat in the freezer from last time. We're just gonna have to throw that out. Screw those people. Those people are the scum of the earth and are freaking waste of space. That's my opinion there. But yeah, nothing to do with this specific stream, but you start watching them playing Fire Emblem Awakening and Three Houses, and you're struggling through Dark Souls, liked it, support more streams. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoyed those sets of shenanigans. Welcome to the stream stuff here. Yeah, we do a lot of different stuff on this channel. I will come back to Three Houses one day to do the one route that I haven't yet, but my goodness.
I suppose it depends.
Awakening Lunatic to Classic and Three Houses Maddening Classic. Those were painful times. Those were painful times, I must say. But yeah, anyway. Let's see here. Have a fishing law there, Guzma. If the fish isn't big enough, throw it back out. If it's big enough, you have to cook it and eat it. Yeah, to like help control the populations and whatnot. Gotta be a certain length, and even if 1/5 of an inch off the required length, still have to throw it back in the water. Here at like the lake that's next to my family's lake cabin, essentially a certain amount of like tickets or something are given out a year, where it's like you can keep that many fish, but they are usually given away in raffles if you can even keep fish that year.
Don't say.
Is that kind of thing, and then you can keep like so many that meet like these requirements. Do I want to go to this fort and collect some stuff? Oh, I kind of want to. I love collecting stuff. I do love collecting me some stuff. So I might well do that. But yeah, so when it comes to the subject of hunting, as we were doing in game there to freaking get our upgrades, since we need pelts in this game to get upgrades. Like, I can do it in a video game. I don't think that I could ever bring myself to hunt in real life, but I get it. I get it. And I'm okay with it, as long as it's not freaking, do we not have a synchronization point here? Huh. Well, I'll get the collectibles anyway. So that's my opinion on that subject. That's the opinion that I developed after this philosophy on hunting class that I took in university during my second year, I believe. It was a fascinating class, but at the same time, it was also hella boring, because I thought that we'd have like actual lectures and stuff presented. No, it wasn't. Literally every single class was just an open discussion for the freaking 3.5 months that semester was going on. Just open discussion. Like, sometimes some stuff would be presented, some sources and stuff, but most of the time it's like, yeah, let's just go in here and have more open discussion. So it was just people taking turns talking about opinions. So it's like interesting at first, but my goodness, I actually struggled to stay awake in that class, I'm gonna be honest, and I was always hella embarrassed about that because I couldn't control it. I couldn't control my sleepiness. I get so much rest in preparation for those days, but I just lose my mind over it. But there was some very interesting stuff, and the times that there were things that were actually presented, there were some very interesting takes on the whole subject. Like, for example, one of the takes that was shared was Inuit peoples doing seal hunting in the far north, where a lot of their economy relies on that. It's not like you're gonna be able to do like farming all that crazy when you're up north in places like Nunavut or anything like that. And there's not a whole, you're not exactly gonna be able to get an easy office job up there in the freaking frigid north. All right, is the chest down? Where is this chest? Where is this thing? It's down here somewhere apparently. So like a lot of their economy very much relied on seal pelts, but you'd have like all these protests going on about like people trying to vie for like banning the hunting of seals because seals are like super adorable. Seals are super adorable, let's face it, they are super adorable creatures. And people like boycotting the purchasing of like seal skin kind of clothing items and whatnot. I guess I'll get the anime fragment over here because people don't want to pick up that kind of thing because it was made from such a cute creature, and they are very cute creatures. But, you know, at the same time, when so much of the... Where is this thing? When so much of a people's way of life relies on that, and their economy being able to... It's in there, apparently. Then it makes you wonder, is it really the best play to be, you know, trying to outlaw the hunting of these creatures? Can I not get in there right now? Maybe I can't get in there right now. Maybe it's a thing later here. Like, at what point do you draw the line when you're actually hurting, like, other humans whose way of life relies on this? And it's not like these people hunting the seals freaking despise them or anything like that. They still care about these creatures. Like, Inuit peoples were complaining when there was, I believe it was some sort of, like, controlled explosions that were being done up north to like track down oil or something like that. some kind of controlled explosion to track down oil, or something very similar, where something was being done by these major companies, and it was hurting the nearby wildlife. Like, these Inuit peoples that were hunting the seals would notice that the seals wouldn't even notice that they were close, because their hearing was gone. Their hearing would be shot out from these explosions. So these peoples would, you know, be complaining about this, and they'd be saying, like, yes, we hunt these creatures, but that doesn't mean we don't care about them. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people forget about when they see people that are hunters and whatnot. Like, just because they hunt certain creatures doesn't mean they don't care about them. It bugs me that I can't get that one chest right now. But we see a lot of places banning and a lot of people boycotting things like seal skin kind of stuff, because there's all these protests that are going on all the time about, like, saving them and let's stop these people from doing this, when their way of life depends on that, and they aren't like awful people that hate these creatures or anything like that. That's just what their way of life depends on, and the way that their peoples exist, you know? Yeah, it's absolutely bad when it's done excessively. And when people do it, like as I was mentioning earlier, when people do it in a way where they do it for sport without any use of, like, animal goods or anything like that. Like, again, if somebody has a, oh crap, icebreaker ring upgrade equipped in order to, yeah, I'll do that later. If somebody's like, oh man, I still got meat in the freezer from the last hunt, but I'm gonna go hunting again soon, so I'm gonna have to, like, throw stuff out. Screw those people. I hate them. Scum of the earth, my opinion. People that are like, yep, let's do this for fun, even if that means, like, letting the goods that we get from it go to waste. What a waste of life that is. So that's my opinion on that whole thing. It's funny how playing video games gets us to some interesting subjects sometimes. How freaking hunting and Assassin's Creed Rogue here got us down the whole, like, ethics of hunting discussion. So yeah, in my opinion, it's fine as long as it's not done excessively, as long as you're not hurting the population, as long as you're not, like, wasting goods and freaking being like, yep, let's just do this for fun, just because, and that's it. And it's also important not to, like, prevent it when you're actually hurting people and their way of life by being like, yep, let's not allow them to, like, sell this stuff or even hunt them. Let's just destroy their entire economy just because that's what feels better to you. We're saving the creatures, but we're hurting what this group of people. So, like, I'm fine with there being, like, anti-hunting laws and regulations as long as you're not freaking actually hurting a people's way of life. Like, it's important to care for all creatures at the end of the day, is the way that I see it. And that's the way that I like to have my mindset. Care for all creatures. And that includes humans sometimes. Sometimes humans are pieces of crap. But not always. It's important to find balance. I feel like there's too many people that basically just look out for humans and that's it, or devote themselves to just looking after all other creatures and that's it, without finding the balance in the middle of, like, why can't we care for both? What the hell? You know, I think it's important to find that balance, but I don't know, maybe there's not too many people that share the same mindset as I would like. But that's the way things are. Do you not like me climbing here? Do you not like me doing that? Oh, no, you just saw, like, the body that I knocked out all the way over there. So yeah, that's my opinions on the whole subject. Time to get canceled. No, I don't know. Up we go. Let's get this thing. Oh, there's a diamond up here. Time to shine bright like this thing right here is what we better do. All the way up. So yeah, prosperity increases the money and resources used for activities. So plus 2.5% I get now to, like, all the stuff that I gain. So these are, like, permanent buffs. It's interesting. But yeah, let's synchronize here. One of the reasons, but not the only one, why hunting was mostly forbidden during the Middle Ages in Central Europe for commoners is that people realized that animal populations went down, but then more people starved or got... Yeah, balance can be hard to achieve sometimes. Yeah, it's a tricky situation when, you know, somebody has some... Gosh darn, I'm synchronizing again. I'm facing the wrong way. I wanted to drop down. When it's like somebody's gonna have to be hurt here either way. Like, within our modern society, with all our, like, freaking... Within modern first world countries, with all our modern freaking stuff that we've got, it's a lot easier to achieve better balances of that kind of thing. But, unfortunately, people are a lot less open to, finding those kind of balances. Because we also live in a society where even though the world is like more connected than it's ever been, we're also like in a way more divided than ever, just because of the ways that like the interwebs and connectivity and platforms like Google work. Like platforms like Google will always be recommending you stuff that's like in your area. So if you live in a state that's like very Republican, then you're gonna have a lot of Republican stuff pushed your way. If you're gonna have if you live in a very Democratic state, then you're gonna have a lot of Democratic stuff pushed your way. And you'll also be, platforms like YouTube are also always going to be pushing you stuff that you agree with, because that means that you spend more time on their site and they gain more revenue from the ads that you watch or the freaking personal information that they share. That do I have to upgrade my ship here? Do I need an ice ram? Upgrade your ship before starting this mission. So there should be a harbor master down there. So it's like the online space, even though in a way it breaks the world more connected than it's ever been before, it also is designed in like such a way that it winds up dividing people, because that's the thing that results in like the most retention, giving people stuff that they already agree with and promoting that. And having people be like, oh, there's a wrong opinion, time to go cancel this person on Twitter. Oh my good gracious. Like, my goodness. The internet has been a blessing and a curse for humanity in a way. I see people being able to get like more knowledge from all over the world at their disposal and use it to better themselves. And we see people using it to do the complete opposite, to only accept more of the same thing and deny other things, and everybody else is so in the wrong. And it's such a weird world that we live in nowadays, I must say. But yeah, let's just see here. This is hard to stick to one group since the world is always changing. Absolutely, and people aren't seemingly as dependent on others as we were before the internet. Could well be the case. I guess this is the weapons thing, Bob. How do I do ship upgrade? Oh, it's probably over there. Is what it could be. It's like people are divided in a different way. It's like in the past, people were more divided by like territory and tribal kind of stuff than they are nowadays. But nowadays, people are still divided in those kinds of ways, but also more so divided by like, you know, opinions on the interwebs and different groups there, and the world is more connected than it's ever been. It's like now, rather than being divided by like real walls, we're starting to be more divided by these invisible walls. We're still divided by real walls. The globalization is having things come together bit by bit over time. Hold on, let's where's that ram? I probably need the ram to do that, right? Ram upgrades. Progress for, no, it's not that. Why was it saying to upgrade the ship before coming here? I can upgrade my round shot strength. But like, what does it want from me? Puckle gun strength, we just need that with the story. Progress further in the story. I don't get it. But yeah, people just stick together to survive. Nowadays, people just go to the supermarket for food. The cashier couldn't care less if they like them or not. Yeah, like in first world countries here, surviving is very simple. There's just so much more other stuff that we have to deal with like regulations and the way that we handle like online information and everything going on. So it's like in first world countries nowadays, surviving is relatively simple, but living life the way that you want to is a whole different beast and very strange and complicated. And get up there, Shay, get up there. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. We have very different problems nowadays than we did in the past. No! Darn you! Darn you, Shanty. I don't know what this game wants from me to, like, upgrade my ship. It couldn't have just been that round shot strength. There's no way. Alright, let's get this thing. There we go, prosperity. There's a chest over here, apparently. It is a very interesting topic to think about, but is very complicated. A good life seems like such a hard goal to achieve once survival is ensured. Yeah. I mean, it depends on, everyone's also going to have a different definition of what that is for them. And let's just talk about, like, in the past historically and whatnot after survival is ensured. Like, I generally myself feel like I generally have a good life. Like, there's definitely plenty of things that I'd change, but generally I'm mostly satisfied with the way that things are. But It's different for a lot of people, and a lot of people will, we also see people having a lot more time, where it's like, since survival is ensured, they can devote themselves to doing, like, other things. Like, I'm freaking streaming right now. I can spend time doing my hobby. I don't need to be going out there, like, trying to figure out how to survive and whatnot. I can be here playing video games and doing a channel and fun stuff like that, you know? But it's gonna be different for everyone. That shanty's back. Can I get that shanty? Can I get that shanty, maybe? Climb for a total of 500 meters. Nice, nice. The streaming is... Did I say that streaming wasn't my hobby? By accident? Because I do say things by accident all the time. But streaming is definitely... Gosh darn it, a hobby of mine. Definitely for sure. One of them. I have a few hobbies. One that I hope to get back into in the near future here is Taekwondo. After COVID made that a bit complicated. There we go. Let's go unlock this tavern. Streaming is definitely one of them. Streaming is like a tavern. Unlock taverns by B. I already did that for one. I don't know why it's giving me the first tutorial now. Streaming is like a mix of a hobby and also like a small business at this point. So like, I take it not seriously from the perspective of like, hey, I do what I want to have fun. But at the same time, I also try to take things semi-seriously because it's also my freaking... It's a part-time job for me at the same time, you know? So, one of the crazy things about my life is finding the right balance between my personal life and family, university and my studies, my job, which is at the same university that I do school at, and streaming, which is like my hobby slash business there. Oh, and Taekwondo once I can freaking figure out how to fit into my schedule to get back into that as things are gradually opening up from COVID stuff bit by bit here. It's difficult to find balances there. My goodness. Also, speaking about finding balance, let's do here. Let's see here. So you could do something else, like doing your hobbies, which I guess implies, isn't... Oh, I was just saying, like, generally for, like, people having time to do other things, like pursuing hobbies. Like, for me, it's... Streaming is a really big one. Like, in our world that we live in nowadays, like, surviving is relatively easy, but people are gonna have, like, time to do other things in some ways. Sometimes it can be hard to find time for things. Some people will use that time for streaming like me. Some people will use that time for tuning into streams and other content. Also like me, I love watching other people stream and streams. It's a fun time. Look at this thing here. More of this story. Hi there. Scusi, there's a map right behind you, so don't mind me. I don't know. How do we get to this point? Crazy where rambling gets us on this channel sometimes, huh? Alright, so we got a map for a thing. We got a map. So there's stuff down there. It seems like. I see that down. Are they both down there? I kind of hope so. Should I just, Oh no, please don't die. Oh, he didn't die. Thank goodness for that. Alright. Another invitation to Smash Ultimate. Wow. I wonder who the final Smash Ultimate fighter is going to be. I wonder who it will be. Definitely not Shay. I could definitely see a character like Ezio potentially being in Smash one day, considering how influential Ezio was on, oh, I gotta go up there now. On the freaking gaming industry when AC2, Brotherhood and Revelations were out, and Nintendo and Ubisoft seem to have a pretty good relationship nowadays, so it could well be possible. I don't know if it'd be with this game. There's one more DLC fighter to go. I think it'd be pretty hyped if it'd be Ezio, but it's probably gonna be someone else. Up we go! Up, up, and away. Up, and away, Web. Let's go grab this thingamabob. And that should be all the stuff that we can do over here for now. Should be, at least. So over we go. Let's see here. Just put that in my pocket. But yeah, yoink. There's hoping it'll be Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I know that's what Carvia is hoping for. I'm surprised that Carvia didn't tell me to do like Kingdom Hearts from Mad Lad May. Freaking Carvia, Shuck, and Palmanon are still fair game to request a game from me as things start easing up. So he could still make me do that. I know you should upgrade your... It just says you should upgrade your ship before starting this mission. It's not a requirement. But I don't have, like, stuff for more upgrades. I upgraded how I could, so we'll probably be fine there. Carvia was talking to me about potentially requesting me to play, like, PMD again on the channel once my GameCube gets a little bit crazy. So maybe that'll happen. But yeah, maybe a Tales character. I mean, after having recently played Tales of Vesperia, maybe it'd be a thing that, I don't know. Well,